Hi everyone, welcome back to 8th class Physical Science Force. In the previous class we have discussed about the types of forces and net force. How to calculate the net force we have discussed in the previous class. In this class let us discuss about the effects of force. What are the effects of net force? Let us discuss with a good examples and activity. So first one, let us discuss about the effect of force on change of state of motion of an object and its direction. That means if you apply force, what happens to the motion of an object? And the second one, what happens to the direction of the motion of an object? So let us understand by an activity. Activity 11. Those who have test books, please open the test book and watch it. Activity 11. Place a football on the ground. What is the state of the ball? That means whether it is moving or rest. Until someone applies some force on the ball is at rest. So ball doesn't move. So for example, if you kick the ball, what happens? So it starts moving. So when you apply some force and kick the ball, it starts moving. Now place your hand or leg against the motion of the ball. Then what happens? Whether the ball stops or changes direction. So from this activity, what we can understand, that means by applying force, we can make the ball move from its position of rest. That means we can move the ball from its rest position. And the second thing, so by applying force, we can stop the ball by catching it, and we can change the direction of the ball also. So one more example. Some people playing with tire, cycle tire. They push the cycle tire with a stick again and again. Continuously they will apply some force on the tire in the direction of the motion. What happens while striking the tire with a stick? That means every time whenever they strike the tire with a stick, they are applying a little more force on the tire. Then what happens to its speed? The speed increases because they are applying the force in the direction of the motion. That means we can increase the speed by applying a little more force in the direction of the motion. So from this activity, let us conclude what happens by the net force. So if you by applying net force, what happens by applying net force? So if the net force acting in the direction of the motion, for example, if the object is moving with a constant speed, we are applying a little more force. What happens? What happens to its speed? The speed increases if the force acting in the direction of motion. So we can increase the speed by applying force in the direction of motion. And the second one, if the net force acts in the opposite of the motion of an object. So opposite to the direction of motion. So what happens if the net force acts in the direction of opposite to the motion? First thing, it may slow down its motion. That means its speed can slow down. And the second possibility, it may comes to rest. And the third possibility is it can change its direction. Okay, these are the three possibilities when net force acts opposite to the direction of the motion. Okay, so if the net force acts along the direction of the motion, it can increase its speed. And second one, if the net force acts opposite to the direction of the motion, it may slow down the motion, or object may comes to rest, or second one, it can change the direction of the motion. Let us discuss one more activity. Activity 12. Effects of net force on direction of moving object. So what happens if you apply net force on a moving object? Let us see. So here, maybe you know how to play carom board. So take a striker and with the help of striker, hit the coin. What happens? The coin will move. Ask your friend to do the same. Again keep the coin on the board. Again hit the coin with the help of striker. Again do one more time. So in each time, observe what is the direction of the coin. Does the coin move in the same direction always? No, it doesn't move. Each time the coin changes its direction. Now, while striking, observe the direction of the striker also. So when you hit the coin with the help of striker, coin will move one direction and the striker will move in another direction. That means the striker, when it is moving in a line, after hitting the coin, it may change its direction. So when you hit the coin with the help of striker, for example, this is striker, this is coin. So when you hit with the help of striker, when you hit the coin will move this direction and the striker little changes its direction and goes like this. So why it is happening? Because of net force. From these observations, we can conclude that what are the effects of net force? Net force, first one, let us briefly understand what net force can do. A net force can stop the moving object. First one, a net force can stop the moving object. This is the first result. And second one, a net force can make a stationary object move. If the object is at rest, by applying net force, we can set into motion. We can move the object by applying some net force. And third one, by applying net force, can change the speed. For example, if the object already moving with a constant speed, by applying some force, net force, we can change its speed. We can increase its speed. In the direction of the motion, if you apply some force, we can increase the speed. If in the direction opposite to the motion of the object, we can decrease the speed. That means change the speed. Change the speed is nothing but either increasing the speed or decreasing the speed by applying net force. And one more thing, we can change the direction of object. For example, football is coming like this. By applying some net force, we can change the direction. We can move another direction. So these are the effects of net force. What are the other effects of net force? Let us see other effects also. Other effects of force. Other effects of force. Let us observe other effects of force. Table 3. Observe the table 3 from the textbook. Action of force and another column, change in shape. By applying force, net force, what change you observe? Whether the change is temporary change or permanent change. So here a list of actions are there. For example, first one, stretching rubber band. Stretching rubber band. Take a rubber band and stretch the rubber band with your fingers. Observe the shape of the rubber band. Leave the rubber band again. So observe the shape of the rubber band. What is the original shape? After stretching, what is the shape? So after leaving, what is the shape? So whether the shape regains, that means again the rubber band comes to its original shape or not. Yes, it comes to its original shape. So then it is a change in shape, a temporary change. Temporarily the shape of the rubber band changes. You can write temporary. And second one, squeezing sponge. take the sponge and squeeze, what happens? So it will change its shape, and again remove, again slowly it will comes to its original shape. So that is also a temporary change, temporary change in its shape. Next, third one, tearing paper. Tearing paper, take a small piece of paper and tear into two pieces and leave it, whether it regains its original shape or not. No, it's not possible to regain its original shape. So which change, whether it is a temporary change in its shape or a permanent change in its shape? It is a permanent change. Tearing paper is a permanent change. You can write here permanent. And next one, crushing plastic bottle. Crushing plastic bottle is also a permanent change. You can write here permanent change. And next one, making chapati. Making chapati. So after making chapati, whether it regains its original shape or not? No, it will not regain its original shape. Then it is also a permanent change. Permanent change. And next one, breaking glass. Breaking glass. So breaking glass, and after if you leave, it will not regain its original shape. So breaking glass is also a permanent change, a permanent change in its shape. So by observing all these actions, what do you understand? So net force not only change the state of motion of an object, it can change the shape of the object also. It can change the shape of the object temporarily or permanently. So a net force can change the shape of an object temporarily or permanently. Here one condition is there. So net force can change the shape of the object temporarily or permanently based on the nature of the object and the force we applied. So this is the condition. To change the shape of the object permanently or temporarily decides the nature of the object and applied force. Next, change in effect of force with the area of contact. Change in effect of force with the area of contact. So let us observe. Take a pencil. Take a pencil and take this round end. This one round end. So press your hand like this. Okay, slowly. Then other end. So it is a sharp end. Careful while doing this. Just with this sharp end, you can press slowly. What happens? So apply the same force. What do you observe? First time with the round end and second time with the sharp end. So here one more example. Potters. Do you know potters? They carry heavy loads. 2-3 pots they will keep on their head and carry. So while carrying these pots on their head, they use turbans. Turbans. What is turbans? Talapaga. Talapaga. We will call it talapaga. Turbans. So they will keep on their head and they will keep 2-3 pots on their head and they carry easily. So why do they use these turbans? That means talapaga. One more example. Why do school bags and shopping bags have broader straps? Broader straps. Okay. So broad straps for school bags. If you observe school bag and shopping bag. Broad strap. Okay, so potters use potters. So while carrying their heavy loads, they will use turban. So this is talapaga. And one more observation. So while carrying heavy loads, lorries, if you observe lorries carrying heavy loads, so they have number of tires. Number of tires they will use while carrying heavy loads with the broader surfaces. So from all these examples, what do you understand? by increasing the area of contact, by increasing the area of contact, we can decrease the effect of force. And by decreasing area of contact, by decreasing area of contact, we can increase the effect of force. So that is the reason of while pressing with a sharp edge, we can feel pain, but with broad round edge we cannot feel pain that much. So this is the reason. What is the reason? By decreasing the area of contact, we can increase the effect of force, and vice versa. Vice versa means by increasing area of contact we can decrease, by decreasing area of contact we can increase the net force. So from this we can define the pressure. What is pressure? Pressure, the force acting perpendicularly on unit area of surface. The force acting perpendicularly on unit area of surface is called pressure. So we can write pressure is equal to force by area. The force acting perpendicularly on unit area of a surface is called pressure. So pressure P is equal to F by A. Like that we can write with the letters. P is equal to F by A. So what are the units of pressure? Pressure units in SI system, SI units. So units for force Newton, and for area meter square. You can write N by M square. N means Newton, M square meter square. Okay, this is the unit of pressure, Newton by meter square. Next activity 15. Next activity 15, identifying effects of force. Identifying effects of force. Observe the figures. Take two plastic trays like this as shown in the figure and fill with lime powder or fine sand. So you can fill the two trays with lime powder or sand. So after filling the two trays with lime powder or fine sand, place two bricks with equal size and shape. So equal mass and same shape. So place one brick vertically in first tray. The first brick place in the first tray vertically, and the second brick horizontally in the second tray. So after placing the two bricks, remove the two bricks and observe these depths. Okay, so by observing this depth, whether the two bricks sink the same depth or not, we have to observe. Here you may notice that the brick which is kept vertically sink more deeper, and the brick kept horizontally sink less deeper. So here, if the masses of the two bricks equal and shapes also equal, but the depths are different. What is the reason? Because the contact surface area of the brick with the lime powder is less. Hence, the exerted pressure is more. And in the second case, the area of contact with the lime powder, the surface area contacting with the lime powder is more, hence the pressure is less. Even though both are having equal masses, that means both bricks applying the same force, we will observe different depths because more pressure here because of less surface area, and more surface area and less pressure. So while cutting vegetables, we will use the knife with a sharp edge. So sharp side can cut easily than the blunt side of the knife. So what is the reason? Because contact area is very less to the sharper side, and blunt side contacting area, that means the surface area of the contact, is more. From this we can understand that if the area of contact is more, the exerted force is less. If the area of contact is less, the exerted force is more. So what happens when you increase the surface area? The applied force spread out to all the points of the surface. So that is the reason less pressure. So less pressure. Okay. So from this we can understand that less area of contact, more pressure. Okay, less area of contact, more pressure. More area of contact, less pressure. Okay, more area of contact, less pressure. That means when the area of contact is more, the applied force spread to all the points of the area. So that is the reason of decreasing the pressure. So when the force spread to all the points, then the pressure becomes smaller. That is the reason of potters keeping talapaga or turban, and heavy loads carrying lorries carrying heavy loads. They have a number of tires. These are all because of area of contact. Think and discuss. Whether pressure has direction, explain. Force has a direction. Pressure is equal to force by area. Force has direction, hence pressure also has direction. So let us conclude the lesson with a home task. What is a home task? See, home task. State an example for a situation mentioned below in which a force, first one, change the speed of an object. So you have to give one example. Already we have discussed that you can write, or you can write with your own. And the second one, changes the shape of an object. And the third one, changes the direction of an object. So for these three, you have to give your own example, or what we have discussed in this class, you can also give that example. So thank you. We will meet again in the next class. So we are expecting homework from each and everyone. Thank you.